Verizon just released their first quarter earnings and they took a loss. I've told you guys they don't do good in Q1s. Every Q1 so far, backtracking till about 2018, they've generally taken a loss, except this time the loss wasn't as bad. I know that's not really anything positive to say, but it wasn't as bad of a loss. So to kind of go through it for the broadband numbers, fixed wireless access. So total broadband, they did 229,000, the best in over a decade. Most of that came from fixed wireless access. 194,000 of the total broadband ads came from fixed wireless access. It's just simply the scale is bigger, right? Fios is not as big of a scale, so there's more people for them to serve on fixed wireless access. So 2.5 times the fourth quarter 2021 levels. So they're growing fixed wireless. They grew it 2 times more in Q1 versus Q4. 3,500 wireline broadband net additions driven by 60,000 Fios internet net additions in the first quarter. So again, Fios will be expanding as well, but only within the footprint where they already exist. So if this neighborhood has it in the footprint and this neighborhood doesn't, this neighborhood now next to that neighborhood may get it. That type of expansion. But they're not expanding like to Texas or anything like that. They will continue driving home the fixed wireless access for the future. So the wireless, here's where it gets a bit more interesting. So total wireless service revenue of 18.3 billion, a 9.5% increase year over year. So they're increasing the financials, which was to be expected. Even if they took a loss, they would still have better financials. Total retail postpaid churn of 1.04% and retail postpaid churn of 0.83. So churn up a little bit, not too big of a deal. So the industry leading 145 million total retail connections. They made sure they threw that in there because they took a loss, including postpaid phone net loss of 36,000. The market anticipated them to lose 50, so they did a bit better there. An 80% improvement from a year ago and the best first quarter performance since 2018. So again, like I said, Q1s are generally bad. Verizon is looking to improve that. Last year, if I remember, they lost around 170,000 customers. So definitely an improvement. Total wireless activations up 11% year over year. So not much to really positively take from that because they did lose. So they're in a very competitive environment, very saturated environment where AT&T just posted 691,000 customer ads. We'll see what T-Mobile posts on April 27th. And here comes Verizon taking a loss. So that's not going to look good. But, the market will still somewhat positively react because they did do better on finances and they didn't take as bad of a loss as the market anticipated. So some quick takeaways before I get on the earnings call, get some more updates. They did talk about the early clearance, so they gave more details on that. So at the analyst day, they anticipate that they would hit 175 million covered with mid-band by the end of this year. Now they are saying they have access to another 40 million pops of deployment with this early clearance. So they have potential access to hitting 210 million by the end of this year. And they're going to go at a crazy pace on hitting that. So they're going to try to do 210 million by the end of this year. They clarified that in a quick statement right here. As you see, the January launch of C-band expansion. And then it goes on to say the recent early clearance spectrum announcement gives company the ability to deploy more C-band spectrum a full year sooner than expected, which will unlock another 40 million of the addressable population. So there's going to be more announcements coming the first half of 2023. That's all I can say for right now. I made you guys aware that the early clearance was coming before it came. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But they're going to go at a breakneck pace. They're going to try to catch T-Mobile as quickly as they can. 210 by the end of the year. T-Mobile will likely be at 260, 270. And then T-Mobile will try to work through that last 30 to 40 of the population million. That's more of that rural footprint. They'll be working through that in 2023. Verizon will be working to get to that 260, 270 in 2023, maybe more. So we'll see how this ends up. It's going to be a tight race. T-Mobile doesn't have as much of a lead as they say they do anymore. They're going to have to probably adjust. They're going to have to raise some CapEx if they want to maintain that lead. And I think that's what they will lead with if they do announce another CapEx increase. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I'm going to jump on the earnings call here in about an hour. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social media outlets for more updates and interactions. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.